How on a day, my Obengelicious people? This is your boy Niger Pikinji's blog. My people, no be smarting. I welcome you to another intelligent, intelligent information that is coming to us right now. See, they reach us now. We say make we just touch light and make una see what they happen right now, my people. Information where they reach us now be say, hey, no be smarty, no. My people, I just salute you according to Nathan, wherever on Nathan that they listening to us right now. No matter your area, my people, make you shine your eye, make you know say you do legit work and make God go so that God go bless you in what you they do. I say as they reach us so now they talk say our senator, the senator, the obogelistic and the obogelicious senator Natasha Uduagan Akpoti or Natasha Akpoti-Uduagan. He said he has sent an apology letter, a sarcastic apology letter to Uduagan. Just apologize sarcastically for her crime of maintaining dignity and self-respect in the Senate. And I know say this woman, it don't change the narrative in legislation. Yes, all of them were eating legislative money. The woman is using her own to invest in her community. Did you see what happened when she came back for her homecoming that the governor and the police inspector, a police commissioner of the state decided to, put a curfew, no movement. But the whole community gathered. You know why? Because a lot of the constituency people had benefited from this woman's benevolence, this woman's legislative work. She is a legislator to the core. The woman who is close to the people. It is very surprising that such a woman who actually had such a CV, schooled abroad, half caste, half Nigerian, half Ukraine, is the one that is down to the people. And even those who grew with us on the streets of Nigeria, on the streets of our villages, who saw what we saw. This woman grew up in affluence, but still know how to take care of the poor. But those who were poor like us before now hates us. It is now those who are supposed to understand us more that are hating us, that are not doing anything to make sure say they alleviate what the common man is suffering in Nigeria. That is why so many people are so surprised, because even the woman that is doing this thing called Natasha Akpoti-Uduagan didn't grow up a poor woman. She grew up in affluence. The father was very rich. The mother is from Ukraine. The mother is still relevant in the United Nations till today. She never suffered for one day, but she understands what poverty is and what suffering is. But those who suffered with us has forgotten what all of us have passed through together. And now they have turned to eat us. The people where we follow the pursue spirit, they tell us say we they smell like the spirit where we they pursue. Now it be the problem where we get for this country. So that is why her people loves her, because the woman understands the people and is doing everything possible to make sure say she alleviates the poverty, the suffering of her people, and she's so emotional about it. I tell you, Natasha is a woman of a dream. Is a legislature of our dream, and the woman of every family's dream. My people, the suspended lawmaker said success in the Senate under Mr. Akpabio's leadership seemed to depend not on merit, but on compliance with personal demands. That is what Natasha said in her letter. Let's go through. He said the suspended Kogi Central Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduagan on Sunday mocked the Senate President Godswill Akpabio with a satirical apology posted on her official Facebook page. In the letter, Mrs. Akpoti-Uduagan sarcastically apologized for her crime of maintaining dignity and self-respect in the Senate. She said, success in the Senate under Mr. Akpabio's leadership seems to depend on merit. Seems to depend not on merit, but on compliance with personal demands. It is with the deepest sarcasm, the letter begins, so my people listen. It is with deepest sarcasm and utmost theoretical regret that I tender this apology for the grievous crime of possessing dignity and self-respect in your most exalted presence. I have reflected extensively on my unforgivable failures to recognize the legislative success in certain quarters is apparently not earned through merit, but through the ancient act of compliance of the very personal kind, she said. Mrs. Akpoti-Uduagan alleged that her refusal to give in to inappropriate sexual advances from Mr. Akpabio contributed to her suspension. She suggested that rejecting such advances was treated as a violation of unwritten rules that favor certain men's entitlement. My people no be smarty though. How remiss of me not to understand that my refusal to indulge your request was not merely a personal choice, but a constitutional violation of the unwritten laws of certain men's entitlement. Truly, I must apologize for prioritizing competence over capitulation, vision over vanity, and the people's mandate over private dinners behind closed doors. I now realize the catastrophic consequence of my actions, legislations delayed, tampered, fled, and the tragic bruising of egos so large they require their own postcodes. For this disruption to the natural laws of quid pro quo, I bowed my head in fictional shame. I bowed my head in fictional shame. Please find it in your magnanimous heart, somewhere buried deep beneath layers of entitlement, to forgive this stubborn woman who mistakenly believed that her seat in the Senate was earned through election, not erection, the lawmaker stated. Oh boy, oh boy. This is very serious. This is very serious. Remember that on 6th of March, the Senate voted to suspend Mrs. Akpoti-Uduagan for 6 months following the Ethics Committee's recommendation. She was suspended on the 6th of March. And this is 22. The Sunday is 27th of April. That it has been a month and over, almost 2 months that Natasha was suspended. And this letter was coming not directly to Akpabio actually, but on Natasha's Facebook page, official Facebook page. That is where they saw this write-up. You understand? The decision to suspend Natasha was based on the Ethics Committee's report, which indicted her for alleged misconduct during a plenary session on 20th of February and her refusal to adhere to the chamber sitting arrangement. The Senate also imposed several penalties on her, yes, including the withdrawal. They withdrew all her security aids and the closure of her office within the National Assembly. All Senate properties in her possession were to be handed over to the clerk to the National Assembly. At the same time, she was also prohibited from entering the National Assembly premises during the suspension period, which is so harsh, very, very harsh. Her salary and allowances were also suspended for the duration of the 6 months. Now, wow, just as she was banned from presenting herself as a senator, both locally and internationally. However, the Senate said the suspension could be lifted if Mrs. Akpoti-Uduagan submits a written apology, which the leadership may consider before the full 6 months period expires. On 11th of March, Mrs. Akpoti-Uduagan took her case to the Interplanetary Union of the United Nations, seeking international intervention in her suspension from the Senate. Everybody saw what happened as she addressed the UNO, the International Plenary Union. That's the Parliamentary Union, or rather, Interparliamentary Union of the UNO. She actually addressed them. She addressed the delegates at the RPU meeting held at the United Nations headquarters in New York, that's in the United States, during which she also raised allegation of sexual harassment against Mr. Akpabio. The Kogi senator, that's our own senator. In fact, that's the only senator we are now knowing that he's doing the things that people are expected the senator to do. The Kogi senator described her suspension from the Senate as unlawful and a deliberate attempt to silence her for speaking out against alleged misconduct in the Nigerian upper legislative chamber. Everybody knows that the Senate has been so bad. They have been a rubber stamp this year. Akpabio Senate is one of the worst we have ever had in Nigeria. This cannot happen in Saraki's Senate. This cannot happen in what's the former one, the one that just left? You understand? Yeah, especially Saraki Senate. Saraki Senate was a very, very intelligent Senate. It's a very, very intelligent Senate that they looked at things. It was a time that people hit themselves seats in the legislation and still come back to reconcile, continue their works. Yeah, but this one, they have made the Senate a yes, thing where you don't go there to fight for your people, but you go there to adhere to what the president is saying and must support the opinion of the Senate president. That is when everything has spoiled. Everything has spoiled. Responding, the president of the IPU, that's Interparliamentary Union, Tiela Axon, said that the Global Parliamentary Organization would take necessary steps on the cases as reported by the senator, that's by Senator Natasha. But it would also provide an opportunity for the Nigerian Senate to present its side of the story before taking action, which we know that they will not do. A Nigerian delegate at the IPU meeting on that day, Kufilat Obara, however, held a press briefing a day after, during which she urged the National Assembly to ensure a fair and transparent investigation into the issue. Mrs. Obara, who chairs the House Committee on Women Affairs and Social Development, also read a letter from the Senate leader Opeyemi Bamidele explaining that Mr. Akpoti-Uduagan's suspension was due to alleged misconduct during the plenary and violation of the Senate standing rules and not in connection with sexual harassment claims against Mr. Akpabio. Since then, the IPU has yet to make comment on issue, and Mrs. Akpoti-Uduagan's suspension remains. Nigeria launches probe into her participation in the IPU. Yes, Nigeria later launched probe into that and everything, but these are just, you see, my people, the issue is that Nigerians, we are very good in supporting what is not, the main thing. Nigerians are always good in, looking at how somebody keeps his head or anything to talk. I like Senator Natasha in the sense that she is straightforward, she is calculative, she is, she is daring. I like that. She's daring. She doesn't behave like a woman, and that's what makes her. Because when you go to the Senate, you don't behave like a woman. You behave like a senator. A senator is a senator, whether man or woman. You don't need to be finding pity. I've seen people are saying because he's just doing as if he's so weak and like. There's no senator in Nigeria that have achieved what Senator Natasha has achieved in her constituency, and that is why many people are always so much happy about her. Now, she has done what no senator can do. Even men may not be able to break into their community when the governor and the Senate and the commissioner of police will tell you nobody should come. But she came back home. Yeah, she was able to afford the helicopter and carried it. They banned the land, banned the sea, but they couldn't buy the air. And that's how she was able to flew down her hometown, her village, and she declared it that day that she is the son, or she's the daughter of the soil. She is the daughter of Dr. Akpoti, Dr. Abdul Akpoti. Dr. Abdul Akpoti is her father, and she is the son of the soil. She is the daughter of the soil. She can never fear anybody, or nobody can stop her from coming to her father's house. And that is true. That is very true. That's her father's house, and she's coming back home. You can't stop somebody from coming home, for Christ's sake. I don't understand this kind of country we operate in, that somebody want to come back home and so many people want to come and visit him, and you are stopping people from visiting somebody. It's infringing into the person's human right. I don't understand. But sometimes these our politicians, they too do overdo, Sha. They do know when they carry all these powers over their shoulders, they feel that they are everything. Okay, the woman was able to break it, and shame has grabbed all of them now. I know that they may not be able to lift up the suspension within 6 months. They may not be able, but whatever. Senator Natasha will come back. You see, this issue of Natasha will haunt Senator Akpabio, Senator Wonboyi, and all the people that are involved, even the Duma, as the committee ethics and this thing. You see, this Natasha issue, they will enjoy it now. But when this administration will end, this thing they did will haunt them forever. I know, not in Nigeria. It will haunt them forever. The time that Tinubu and Akpabio will no longer be in power, this thing they did will haunt them. It will haunt them. I know that what they will do, I know Nigerians now, what they will do is normally they will go back and apologize to Akpoti, apologize to Senator Natasha Uduagan and the husband and the family and everything, and reconcile. That's one good thing about these politicians, they know how to reconcile, they know how to pacify themselves, and they know how to, even if they know call out Natasha back, they can now decide to give her opportunity rather to recover all she has lost and everything. But I will tell you, what they did to Natasha will continue to haunt them. Yes, the apology letter is so sarcastic, but I will tell you, it worked it. It reflected everything that happened. And that is why we say that we want people and women like Natasha more. So who will stand their ground, irrespective of threat, irrespective of what anybody is doing against them. My people, now so they just reach out to us, make a touch light and with you. If you have not subscribed to our channel, please try to subscribe. All our returning subscribers, so now well done, my people. Now welcome. Make you have a nice day. Bye.